What up, Freezy?
Nah, man. Hey, that last comment, it fucked me up too. It
Freezy,
made
what
me
is
feel.
these dudes talking about, man?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like when dudes make comments like that, it just further proves that I say this all the time, man. These dudes moving like hoes, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because
A ho ho.
that's what the hoes be saying. Oh, he worth this, girl. He worth that. That don't mean nothing, man. You got to pay attention to how these dudes moving, man. Real talk. Like Paul Pierce, he's been disgracing his, what I'm saying, himself. And I see why ESPN got rid of him. When ESPN got rid of him initially, I was like, damn, they did my boy wrong. You know what I'm
I
saying?
knew,
Initially, I
I
was,
knew he, when I seen an Instagram post, Freezy. When I seen how he was moving on Instagram, I knew he had already. Before ESPN had ever made that phone call, I was like, he fucked up. I knew he had already messed up. I knew he had messed up, bro.
well, see, I wasn't in too deep like that. I wasn't really following him like that. So when they got rid of him on ESPN, I was like, damn, they got rid of him just because he had a little party at his house. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, I was on his side.
Was you?
But
Why?
yeah, I
Why?
was, huh?
Why?
Well, I was on his side because I was like, it was not a part of the workplace. He was just having a party at his house. Okay, he went live. I felt like celebrities go live. I felt like celebrities put their shit, they post shit. You know what I'm
hmm
saying?
hmm
And I felt like that probably shouldn't have had a bearing on
Oh
his
yes, it should
professional.
have, Freezy.
You
One
know what I'm
hundred
saying? But
percent.
what'd you say?
Yeah, it does because he's a representation of the company that he worked for, right? If
Yeah,
if if the companies that I endorse or work for, let's just say Teach Henley, right? If Teach Henley said, "Listen, Anton," because they already know who I am, right? They know I already
yeah,
had a conversation with him. I said, "Listen, fam, if y'all gonna do business with me, you got to know that I'm gonna still say what the fuck I want to say." And they was like, "We cool with that. Like, do you, fam? Do what it is that you
yeah,
do." And we 100% behind what it is that we got that you got going on, right? But if at any time Teach says, "Yo, Time, listen, you went off the rails," I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I own that. I own the idea of what happens because I know that I am a representation of whatever it is brand that endorses me or sends me a check or whatever like that. So when I seen him, he was listen, bro. This dude was he an ESPN analyst. This is a company that's owned by Disney. Disney. And he's smoking trees with strippers. And dog, he was fumbling. And the worst part about it is that it ain't even like they had caught him on camera from somebody else's. He was doing it on his own live, like he was
yeah.
20. I was like, man, this dude is a fool, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. Later on, it started surfacing that this dude really is sloppy. Like I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm pretty sure Kevin Garnett been knew Paul Pierce's character. I don't even know why he even allowed this dude on his show on several occasions. I don't even know why he did that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of putting a little blame on KG too, but I'm not at the same time because KG, I guess he's just calling himself, a good friend. And then, you just got to know better not to be on air and say, "Hey, bro, you remember them? You remember the other day when we had them hoes?" You know what I'm saying? Like you should know better not to even say no shit like that. So when he said this, is what I was trying to say um Monday, right? This is what I was trying to say Monday on Q's show. I was like, I started breaking it down and looking at, I was like, damn, what would possess him to say something like that on air, right? I was like, damn, because that, that he too, the dude got a high IQ, or maybe
Who,
it's just
you talking
basketball.
about Paul Pierce?
Paul Pierce, he got a
I
high
don't
IQ
think he do,
because,
bro. I think he
but
does on
listen,
basketball. I think it's just people that's talented on the basket. Like it's people that inherently got a talent for what it is that they did for a living. I don't think that these dudes got a high IQ in life though. It's kind of
Anton,
like
this
Rain
dude,
Man. It's like Rain Man, right?
yeah,
Like Rain Man on the blackjack table is much different than Rain Man in real life when it came to talking to the hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think that
yeah.
they be having a high IQ. It's almost like being what do you call those people? Um, uh, uh, Rita, and she can't hear me.
Well, no,
Yeah, all them autistic people. But sometimes those
autistic.
autistic people, like they can play the piano real good or something like that, right? Or
Yeah.
they got a photographic memory and stuff like that. But they just absolutely idiots when it came to real life. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look at some of these basketball players. I'm like, man, this dude is great.
But Anton, he was the captain of his team. He led it, you know what I'm saying? Like he was making decisions for the team. That's what I'm saying.
He
Like this
did. He
nigga was
didn't
actually
win. He didn't win until KG and Ray Allen.
yeah, yeah,
And,
you right.
and listen, for me, Rajon Rondo was really the person that a savant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rajon Rondo was really the person that got them that championship, in my opinion. Rajon Rondo was
Uh,
the unsung hero of that team. If
I'll
it
go for
wasn't for
that.
Rajon Rondo being on that team, I don't think that team get a ring, bro.
Yeah, I could go for that. I could go for that. You know, Rajon Rondo, he was like he was the glue, right? I could go for that. He was the glue. But you know, hey man, they had the big three time. They had the big three. They had
It was
KG.
really the big four. They left Rondo out of that.
Yeah, they left Rondo out. Yeah, you right, you right, you right.
It was really the big
Between
four.
Ray Allen, Rondo, Paul Pierce, and KG, right? But I was giving KG, not KG, but I was giving Paul Pierce a lot of credit because that was his team before any of them. He was franchise.
Nah,
He was the franchise.
it was Antoine Walker's team first.
Yeah, but I'm just saying after Antoine Walker, I'm talking about after Paul Pierce came on board, that pretty much became Paul Pierce's team.
It was just because he was good on the court. It didn't mean that he was a he. Listen, he was never a LeBron,
No, he wasn't no LeBron. He
and,
wasn't.
and LeBron has the high IQ, right? Paul Pierce was just really great as like he had great footwork, but Paul Pierce was never like anything any more inspirational than anybody else, right? He never really got in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like he never really went above and beyond. He was great. Don't get me wrong. I think that he's one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game. But like I don't look at Paul Pierce as anything other than what it is that I see him right now, bro. Real life, he's all listen, a simp is gonna be a simp, a sucker is gonna be a sucker, and these dudes is marks. I think it's finessing season for these women out here. I think these women out
What
they really on the come up and they have it is easier than ever to be able to pick these dudes off and get money out of these dudes.
no, let's go back to what I was saying. I thought, let me highlight that. I thought that Paul Pierce had some goddamn sense. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? But now, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. See, people, when I say this, I've been saying this shit all week, Tom. Man, this dude is a very envious dude. He's the
Who,
type of
Paul Pierce?
friend. Yes, this dude is a very envious dude, and you could tell that if you are close to him and you're his friend, and he feel like you got something going on that's better than what he got going on,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he would throw little subtle monkey wrenches in your shit. And that's what he was
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
on KG's show.
he kinda looked like a hater to me too. I will give you.
But Anton, you know the kind I'm talking about, right?
Yep. 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 I agree.
Like he was doing it so good and making it seem like it was a mistake. But
But he
he
was
went
he but was it a mistake? Because he was drunk though.